Hello, 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 and Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. It's Ascension 225, Tarot and Oracle, wishing you a happy 2026. We have now gone into what is considered a 10-year or a 1-year, and that means everything new, guys. New blessings, new abundance, new jobs, new love, new careers, new perspectives, okay? Whatever you've been manifesting, you know what I mean? That's what this year, 2026, is all about. New vibrations, okay? So it's been a while. The last 6 months I've been really struggling to make these videos on a regular basis. I think I was just feeling a little burnt out from doing it, constantly over the last few years. I've taken breaks here and there, but over the last 6 months I've really struggled to come to the table and make the content that I started off making, and that is tarot videos. I apologize. I don't really apologize because I'm not sorry that I've taken a break or a sabbatical, because there are times when my spirit needs to be rejuvenated, and from tapping into other people's energy, this channel, and I do this on the side, so I get booked a lot. So I'm constantly tapping in, and so sometimes my spirit says, you know what, take a break, take a sabbatical, tap out, and that's exactly what I do. So I've been looking forward to my regular videos. That is what I'm apologizing for, not being consistent over the last 6 months in making the regular videos that I normally do. But 2026, I'm back. I feel rejuvenated. I needed the break. So, and here we are. We're about to tap into our Capricorns. Ooh, happy birthday, Cappies! Happy birthday, Cappies! Happy birthday to ya! Happy birthday to ya! Happy birthday! Woo! So Capricorns, I am here, and if I feel real froggy, I'll get through to the rest of the zodiac today. If this is only a Capricorn video, then guess what? I will make the others at a later date. But I wanted to finally catch up to our Capricorn collective and wish you a very happy, beautiful rotation around the sun. I wish you only abundance and blessings, guys. Abundance and blessings, okay? Our earth signs are what keep us grounded, okay? And that's what we need, all right? So happy birthday. Party like a rock star. Enjoy yourself. And this is the year of new beginnings, new blessings, new everything. So happy birthday, Capricorn. All right. So now that we have officially said happy birthday to our Cappies, I want to get into your little mini reading for the next, we're going to just say 30 days. How about that? All right. 30 days is a safe bet. So for the next 30 days, Caps, so sit down, find a seat. There's a lot going on, and get ready to receive, okay? Get ready to receive. Whatever messages that resonate with your soul, that's what you're meant to hear today. These messages are timeless. I might say 30 days, but it's really timeless, okay? When Spirit needs and wants it to happen, that's when it will, all right? It might have already happened. Who knows? All right, but here we go. So, and do your girl a favor and like, share, and subscribe. to the channel. If you haven't already subscribed, please do your girl a favor and hit that subscribe button so you get all the notifications, because we are back on track, guys. And also like and share. I really appreciate it. It's reciprocal energy, and I thank you. All right, Cappies, back to you. If you are Capricorn, born December 23rd through January 20th, you are a Capricorn sun sign. If you have Capricorn anywhere in your chart, could be your moon sign, your rising, this message is for you as well. You might be able to walk away with some tidbits or some nuggets, okay? So I asked Holy Spirit, I need 2 major arcana cards that really represent the energy for our Cappies over the next 30 days. The first one that came out for you, Cappy, was the Justice card. All right, Tupac is rocking the Justice card, you know. Maybe his spirit is still seeking justice for his murder, you know what I mean? But anyway, I digress. Maybe you're trying to find that balance, okay? Because, you know, the Justice card represents Libra energy, and Libra is the great equalizer or the great balancer of the zodiac. All right, it's all about fairness, justice, and making sure that those scales are balanced. So if there's any scales that are unbalanced in your life, Capricorn, while you round it out 2025, justice is coming your way, fairness is coming your way. All right, the scales will be balanced for you, my loves. Okay, and then I've got the Hierophant, Taurus energy, your fellow earth sign. But the Hierophant is you know, could be a religious leader, could be somebody who gives sage advice. This might be you relying on those core values or those religious traditions that you learned as a child, because the Hierophant is all about those spiritual doctrines, those religious doctrines, those traditions that, you know, are our foundation, those core values. All right, so maybe you're going to find some justice as far as that's concerned, right? Or maybe you will be tapping into more of those traditions and those core values, you know, to lead you through 2026, okay? All right. Or maybe some of those core values, maybe they need some balancing, okay? All right, so good to go. Oh, okay. All right, so before we get into the tarot, we're going to kick off in the oracle cards, the message cards for you, okay? So I asked, what is the T? What is the T for our Cappies over the next 30 days? The first card that popped out, Cappies, was divorce. Sorry to start off the reading this way, but I don't sugarcoat my readings, all right? I'm true to the game, and I don't sugarcoat. So hopefully this will not send you or trigger you in any way. I've got divorce. There's a breaking contract. So some of you may be actually going through a divorce, right? Signing that contract of dissolution, right? This could be divorce in your marriage, your relationship. Could be, if you're not married, could be a breakup that definitely feels like a divorce, okay? This could be a business partnership. Maybe you're ending the contract on that, divorcing that, all right? This could be any form of I'm done with this type of energy for you, okay? I've got the meeting. So it says compatibility is key. Relating to someone, enjoying their company, and aligning values show compatibility. And we talked about the Hermit card being about your core values, what's important to you, right? So maybe that fairness for you, will be somewhere down the line, finding a connection where there are shared values, right? Or religious doctrine. You follow the same religious doctrines, or guidance, okay? Maybe you'll look for somebody that's more compatible in those ways, right? Especially if you are definitely going through a breakup or a divorce of some kind. Thank you. Oh, okay, Spirit, thank you. I've got fake apology here. I don't know what this is about. Maybe somebody's wearing a mask here. Maybe you or the other person that you're dealing with, but somebody will be giving somebody a fake apology. This is in reverse. It says, fighting for what you love, claiming what's yours, because love is a battlefield. I feel like maybe you're no longer fighting for, maybe it's too much of a battlefield. Maybe you're no longer fighting for this connection, hence the divorce, right? And then I've got somebody feels like they were kicked to the curb. Somebody feels like they were kicked to the curb. All right. Maybe somebody wanted the divorce or the breakup and somebody didn't. I've got what? I don't understand this card. It says and it says finding evidence, getting caught, cheating. I don't know if this is the reason why there's a divorce or a breakup here on the table, but somebody got caught doing something that resulted in the dissolution of this connection. All right, whether it's a business partnership, a love partnership, somebody got caught doing something they weren't supposed to be doing. I can't make this shit up, man. Somebody says, check yourself before you wreck yourself. All right, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Wow. Okay. Somebody wants to set the record straight. All right. Or wants the opportunity to set the record straight. Okay, thank you, Spirit. But somebody already knows the tea. Somebody already knows the tea here. Oh my God, these cards are crazy. These cards are crazy. This deck is 2 decks or 3 decks mixed together. There's at least 200 cards in this combined deck right here. And these cards that have come out for you, Cappy, I don't know what the hell going on, but something going on. All right. Somebody already knows the tea. Somebody wants to set the record straight, but somebody's like, oh yeah, I already know, Buster. And somebody feels like they were thrown out like yesterday's trash, right? Kicked to the curb. We saw that, right? Somebody really feels salty here. Like, I didn't deserve to be kicked to the curb and thrown away like trash. I tried to set the record straight, but I feel like, I don't know, man. Especially if somebody didn't check themselves and they wrecked themselves. Somebody got caught doing something. Alright? And, I don't know, child. Listen, I'm only reading the cards and the energy, and that is it, girl, boy. Alright, so, wow. So, how do we go from here? So, Spirit, listen. Can you give us some celestial insight for our Cappies, please and thank you? I've got healing. A healing needs to take place here. And my God, listen, I've been married twice. And I've been in multiple relationships. And, and if you care and love a person, if you were together for any length of time, I'm not just talking about shortly, dating for a short amount of time. I'm talking about in a committed type of situation, healing is definitely needed if there is a divorce or a breakup of some type, healing is needed. Maybe you need to, get some amethyst, or some rose quartz here to help in the healing process. Okay? Healing is necessary. I've got emotion in the reverse. And this tells me that, Cappy, I don't know if you're really are you really tapped into your emotions as far as this is concerned? This tells me that somebody on an emotional level is maybe in denial. Maybe you're not looking at the full picture. I don't know. Or maybe you're just not feeling those emotions. Maybe you're not allowing yourself to feel those emotions. Maybe because you're confused. Maybe because you're confused because you feel like you were kicked to the curb and put out like yesterday's trash. For what, right? Capricorn's going, I hear some Capricorns going, I didn't do anything. For what? Damn. Okay. All right, Spirit, you going deep today, boy. Whew. Okay, what else? All right, ancestors, what do you want to say to our Cappies? Trust and forgiveness is needed. Along with that healing that we just spoke about, that healing also encompasses trusting spirit, trusting the universe, trusting yourself, right? And allowing forgiveness to happen. Forgive yourself, Capricorn. Forgive the other person or persons, Capricorn. Don't hold on to it. That creates more anger, resentment, holding on to things that don't need to be held on to. All right. What else, Holy Spirit? Ooh, yeah. Karma. What do we see here? This could also represent karma. This justice. All right. So karma. Okay. Yeah, and this adds to an 11, and the justice card is the 11 card in the tarot deck. It says you may be involved in a situation that requires justice or fairness. Yeah. I can't make it up, guys. And this one says it's time to let down your guard and learn to trust again. And some of you may be going through a career transition, finding another job, another career altogether from what you were doing. Okay. Angels, what say you to our Capricorns? I've got sky beings say, and you may be a sky being, all right? Sky beings come from the sky, alien, whatever you want to call them, other planetary beings. But the sky beings say, it's time to see things from another perspective or a higher perspective, Capricorn. Yeah, and maybe that's why somebody's in a state of confusion here, because maybe you're only seeing your side of the story. Sometimes, and I don't mean any harm, but I've been in relationships with earth signs before, and I've had relationships with other earth signs where, you know, they have a hard time seeing somebody else's perspective, right? This is not about being right. This is about seeing things from another perspective, somebody else's perspectives, putting somebody else's shoes on to see how they may feel or what they may be thinking, not just what you're thinking, earth sign. All right. And then I've got, what? Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. All right. Yes. Listen. It says forgiveness and understanding, and this from a separate deck says trust and forgiveness. Where lies your unforgiveness, Capricorn? Do you hold on to things? Some people hold on to things to the grave and never let it go. Right? Never giving or receiving forgiveness. Don't be a right fighter. All right? Don't be a right fighter. Trust and understand that forgiveness for yourself and forgiveness for the situation and forgiveness for the other person is required. And, oh yeah! All of this was a learning experience. All of this that you have experienced over the last 10 years, that 10-year cycle, because we just started a brand new cycle. We are starting a 1 year in 2026. 10 reduces to 1. So whatever has happened over the last 10 years was a learning lesson for you, Cappy. All right? And I'm hoping that there were some nuggets that you were able to take away, not only from your side, but understanding the other person or persons as well. Right? They were a part of what you were supposed to learn. Okay? That's why they were in your life. And maybe because we are at the end of that 10-year cycle, that could be a very, very, very good reason why there is now a divorce. That cycle, that learning period has ended with that person or persons, and now it's Splitsville. Okay? Oh, Cappy, damn. All right, listen. Okay. So, man, I think I'm going to save these for later. I'm going to save these cards for after, because I really feel like the energy has been pretty heavy for you, Capricorn. These cards are pretty heavy. We're talking about divorce. We're talking about loss. We're talking about grief. We're talking about I don't know, and for some reason I feel like I want to cry. I feel like I want to cry for some reason, and I am crying. I don't know why. It just happened. It just felt like an overwhelming sense of loss here. All right, Holy Spirit. Let's do one more shuffle. What do you? And I just looked up from shuffling, Capricorn. I kid you not. On my wall, right in front of me, is the word forgiveness. Releasing resentment, transmuting disappointments, learning from all situations. OMG. I can't make it up, man. Spirit is on fire today, boy. All right, Holy Spirit. Let's cut this for our Capricorns. What do you want them to know? Off of the energy that we've already seen for our Capricorns, okay? What's in the middle? I've got Page of Wands is in the middle. Page of Wands is in the middle. A new opportunity. Maybe you're tapping in. I mean, wands are all about that fire in your belly, your inspirations, aspirations, your goals, right? This might be a new opportunity for you to follow a passion or a desire or something like that, okay? And what was on the bottom? On the bottom, I've got the Seven of Swords, okay? Maybe in 2026, this is you being strategic about how you follow your passions, maybe what you desire, maybe being strategic. Okay, the Seven of Swords on the flip side is that energy that is untrustworthy, deceitful, manipulating. All right, so maybe if there's a new opportunity, you need to be strategic and also make sure that it is, you know, all that glitters is not gold. Okay, all right, so what do we got? What do we have for Capricorn? Show us, Holy Spirit, the most important messages, and we'll go through all of these in just a moment. We got the Page of Pentacles, Judgment, Nine of Pentacles, the Sun. Nice. In the bottom row, we've got the Three of Cups, the Empress, Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. Let's put these cards right here. Okay. All right, we'll start off with the Page of Pentacles. So we already saw the Page of Wands. New opportunity, maybe a new passionate start, or you having a new goal or a new inspiration, right? Then we got the Page of Pentacles, a new opportunity. We did see something, did we not? Yeah, we did. This could be a new opportunity, a new job, you know, something that affects your abundance. You see, pentacles are coins, and this card says you may be going through a new career transition. So this could be about a new job. All right. Okay, I like that. Judgment. Make sure you use wise judgment. If you're getting new offers for new opportunities, make sure that you're using discernment, wise judgment. Okay? Yeah. Make sure you weigh your scales, right? Because as you can see, that these scales look a little unbalanced right here. Okay? And you make sure that you, whatever decisions you make, that, you know, that you go into a situation where there's fairness, and just make sure you consult with Spirit to make a wise judgment call. Okay? And you know what? It's also about new choices, like we saw, and some new self-realizations about yourself, right? And this is you showing as self, the Nine of Pentacles. I always tell my clients that the 9 to me represents you as an individual, and the 10 represents you combining with another. Okay, but the Nine of Pentacles is you being abundant AF, and maybe that is where you, if you're especially getting offered a new job, or you're transitioning into a new career, using wise discernment and judgment, because what is going to bring you the most abundance? The Nine of Abundance, that is the Nine of Pentacles, is you single, solo dolo, especially if you're going through a divorce or a breakup. This is you by yourself being abundant AF. All right? And adding another person will only be a bonus. Okay? Yeah, what's going to bring you happiness? Use wise judgment and what's going to bring you happiness. All right? This is the happiest card of the entire tarot deck, Cappy. The Sun. Go towards the Sun. Go towards happiness. Go towards joy. Okay? Yeah. This is abundance and blessings. Yeah, Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is, for me, the threes are all about, you know, partnerships and whether just friendships, business partnerships, family, whatever. But this is, you know, relying on your support system, you know, the people that you love and trust the most, and also, you know, yeah, having those things and those people in your life that bring you the utmost happiness and joy, right? Your community. I've got the Empress card here. This you coming across as the Empress. The Empress gives birth to any and all things. Any and all things. All right, so whatever you're trying to birth, if you're not trying to birth a baby, a real baby, what else are you trying to birth in from the 5D to the 3D? The Empress has the ability to do that. All right, she's got those superpowers. Okay, that divine feminine energy. Yeah. Knight of Wands, freedom, the abundance and freedom to pursue whatever goals, aspirations, or inspirations that you want with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands has no limitations. No limitations. Freedom. That's what that is, and that's underneath the Nine of Pentacles. What's going to make you have that sense of freedom, you know, as it pertains to your abundance, you know what I mean? And maybe that could entail you finding a new career transition that might pay you more money or give you more work-life balance or just make you happier. Yeah, Knight of Swords. Maybe there's a lot for you to think about, right? Yeah, I mean, the Knight of Swords could also be about, you know, I mean, the swords are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, and thanks, Spirit. And the swords are all about thoughts, intellectual thoughts, and also communication. So I don't know, maybe you're in the process of deep thinking, you know, thinking about how you want to accomplish you know, these goals that we're talking about. Maybe you need to communicate them, okay, in some sort of way. Yeah, but you know, this could also be about that singular, now that some of you, and I'm not saying that all of you are going through a divorce. This sounds like a personal reading to me. And some of you Capricorns will say, yep, that's exactly what's happening. And some of you will be like, I don't know what the hell she's talking about. You might get a nugget or two, but this divorce thing and all this other, or breakup or whatever, that may not even pertain to you. Maybe to select Capricorns, okay? But this is about you harnessing those thoughts and everything and into singular decision making. Now that you are this Nine of Pentacles solo dolo, you making decisions and communicating your truth just for you. I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense. All right, I hope that made sense. Yeah. Be strategic. Watch out for people, places, and things that are not genuine. All right, and you also be genuine. All right, and then we've got the Hermit again. The Hermit, not the Hermit, but we had the Hierophant, but we got the Hermit. Go inward. Really, 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 really go inward. Consult with Spirit in order for you to make these judgment calls that will affect how you move forward. Yeah, because it's about your fate and destiny, right? We saw the Karma card come out. Yeah, we saw the Karma card come out. And the Wheel of Fortune, it represents Sagittarius energy, but it also represents your fate and your destiny. All right? Are you on the path of whatever fate and destiny? Whatever you have put out there into the universe, Cappy, is what you're going to get back. If you put good juju out there, you're going to get good juju back. If you put BS out there, you're going to get BS back. And that's the bottom line. That's how the universe works. So the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? Yeah. Some of you feel unsupported, at a loss. Maybe you lost some money with the Five of Pentacles, right? Maybe you're having a hard time staying balanced as well, right? Because maybe there is a tower, was a tower, will be a tower. Maybe some things, you feel like some things are coming crashing down around you, all right? But there's always a lesson in a tower. Honestly, this is about change. Chaos brings about change. Chaos brings about change, right? And you just need to, I've got the Eight of Cups. Just identify, I don't know, the Eight of Cups. I feel like this is about you letting go or needing to let go. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from something or some things that no longer serve you. It could also be about you not only letting go or cutting your losses, but this could also be a feeling of you feeling abandoned. Why? Because earlier we saw the cards of somebody feeling like this. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Where's that card at? I don't know where those cards went to, but we saw the cards earlier about somebody feeling like they were kicked to the curb and put out like yesterday's trash. And this could also represent that energy as well. Healing is needed for you. All right, Cappy, healing is needed. Yeah, balance, regain your balance. Find that harmony, okay? Two of Pentacles. Alrighty. And lastly, your last messages. I've got your, how can our Cappies practice self-care during the next 30 days? Now listen, these two cards don't even belong in this deck, okay? These are my self-care cards. These cards were in the deck and they fell out. And there are no accidents as far as I'm concerned. The first card was focus. Focus. All right, regain your focus. Eyes on the summit. All else fades into the background. Focus on what is important, Cappy. And right now, it sounds like healing from this situation is at the forefront. And here we go with the trust again. We saw that in another card, trust and forgiveness, right? Sure did. Trust and forgiveness. Trust and forgive yourself. Trust, and forgive the others who may have hurt you or whatever, okay? Trust the universe, trust spirit. That this, whatever happened over the last 10 years, it was supposed to happen the way that it happened. All right? And then we talked about you getting some rose quartz or, rose quartz or some amethyst for your healing. All right, and this came out, crystal healing. I really wish I could make this up. I don't have enough time to go through all of these decks and sort out this energy. There's no freaking way. All right. So get yourself some crystals and find some music, maybe some binaural beats or something like that to help recenter you, calm you, or maybe you need to play some music yourself, right? The music calms the savage beast. Angel numbers. First one out was 0000, right? There is limitless potential for you. Your potential knows no bounds. If it's a new career or whatever it is that you need to think about here, that's going to bring you happiness and joy and balance and pentacles into your life, do that. Do that. Do that. Anything can be accomplished. You have that ability. And then I've got 7777. Right on, baby. And I'm telling you, right above the forgiveness sign that I was telling you about is a 7. I kid you not. Look at this. You see that? Forgiveness and 7. Okay? I kid you not. The universe does not play when it comes to, and Spirit doesn't play when it comes to his children. All right. 7777. Perseverance. All right. A change of perspective. We talked about that earlier. Deep reflection. Knowing your inner strength. What wisdom did you learn from this whole experience? All right. And then lastly, Capricorn, your message from the universe. It says, I know that you've been questioning yourself lately and wondering if you are good enough or strong enough to do that which your heart desires to do. This message is here, Capricorn, to remind you that you really are more than capable of doing it. Rise up and take that leap of faith. Take that leap of faith. Do it afraid. Change your life. Change your perspective. All right? Your potential is limitless. Okay? And if some of you all are going through a breakup or a divorce or something like that, my heart goes out to you. Let me see what sort of love lessons or sort of epiphanies. What kind of epiphanies from this love situation or this all of this energy? What epiphanies can our Capricorns take away from all of this energy? This has been a pretty deep reading there, Capricorn. Real deep. Okay, we've got... Oh! It says, every love song sounds like us. Yeah. What else, Holy Spirit? What else do you have for Capricorns over the next 30 days? Tapping into this energy. Karma is at work. Oh my God. What are you talking about? What are you talking about here? Karma is at work. Whether that's good karma that bites you in the ass, or whether that is karma coming back to you, good karma coming back to you because you put good karma or good dharma out there. Which one are you receiving? All right. And then lastly, this one is reciprocity. I feel like maybe there was a lack of reciprocity. Maybe there was a lack of equal give and take here. And maybe that's what contributed to this situation. All right. Yeah. I wish you well, Capricorn. This is pretty deep energy. Had me crying over here. Consult with Spirit. What did you learn? What is your takeaway from all of this? All right. Sending you loving energy and supportive energy. God bless you guys. Take care. Hello, my Taurus collective, my bull gang. What is happening? What is crack-a-lackin'? It's your girl Tracy with Ascension 225 Tarot and Oracle, here to tap into your energy over the next 30 days. So if you're a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, have an aspect anywhere in your chart, then this is your reading. If you need a free birth natal chart, look in the description box. There's a link there that'll take you to get your free one, so you know what is in your birth natal chart, and that will help you understand yourself even better. Okay? All right, so do your girl a favor and hit that like, share, and subscribe button before we tap into the next 30 days. I really appreciate that. Reciprocal energy, Taurus. Okay. Find a nice cozy spot where you're able to receive. All right, so we're going to start off with the oracle messages. What does Spirit want and need you to know now over the next 30 days? I say 30 days. It could already be happening, about to happen, or happen within that 30 days. I'm not in control of that. So if you're already experiencing some of this energy, that is why. All right. So I at least wanted to get one major arcana, the most important major arcana for our Taurus, Holy Spirit, now and over the next 30 days. I just need the one that represents our Taurus gang. All right. So Taurus, I have the Lovers. All right, this is Gemini energy, so I don't know if you're dealing with a Gemini or if you're dealing with, or if you're dealing with a lover situation here. Or it could be a lover situation with a Gemini, who knows, okay? So, it says, I explored topics related to romance, soulmates, compatibility, sexual chemistry, passion, and love. So this could be about a love connection for you, my Taurians, moving over the next 30 days. So what is the tea? What's the tea? Uh-oh. Well, Taurus, I've got that there may be some toxicity coming from somewhere. All right, could be toxic behavior, toxic thinking, toxic way, just toxic people, places, or things. Okay, Spirit says you might want to, if you see toxicity coming your way, cross the street. Okay, I'm showing grief in the reverse, so some of you, maybe you're not dealing with some feelings that feel like grief. All right, loss, any type of loss feels like grief, right? So maybe somebody's denying their emotions, and the reason why I say that, because the next card out is true feelings. I feel like maybe somebody's not acknowledging some of their true authentic feelings. Maybe one of those feelings is the feeling of grief or a feeling of loss that somebody may not want to acknowledge here. All right. And then, and that could be creating some form of toxicity, maybe. Some of you may be moving. Some of you may be moving, maybe because of this loss or this grief, or, something like that. I've got gambling in the reverse. So maybe somebody's no longer willing to gamble. All right. Or maybe somebody lost everything to gambling, and now can no longer renovate their home or keep their home together. All right. Somebody may be putting on a show. Uh-oh. Somebody putting on a show knowing that they fucked up, maybe by gambling away some abundance here. Gambling away some sort of abundance, maybe. Maybe somebody took a risk and gambled on this connection, Taurus. And then I've got outdated, expired, disused, old news, discarded. Maybe this is old, outdated news. I don't know. Maybe somebody feels like they were just discarded like yesterday's news. Okay? Maybe something outgrew itself here. Okay, so yeah. those are the T messages here. We're going to put those off to the side. All right, so what sort of celestial guidance or insight would you like to give our Taurians? And this situation, lover situation, may not apply to all the Taurians out there, okay? So don't force any of the information to fit your situation. Celestial insight is, it says, allure, cherish. Cherish the beauty that attracts you. Have you been too busy to appreciate the good things around you, Taurus? Take time to enjoy and value the moments and value the people that bring you joy. Okay? And then I've got trust. Maybe this has to do with some form of trust issues. Maybe somebody took a risk in the relationship or gambled on the relationship. Okay? Maybe that affected the trust. And then I've got embrace. Embrace the changes happening around you. All right? Have recent changes made you feel uneasy? Well, time to accept them, adjust, and discover the opportunities that come with this transformational type of energy. Okay? Embrace and trust the universe that whatever has transpired, I guess, was supposed to happen, right? 2025 and the last 10 years have been challenging for a lot of people. We're stepping into the year 2026. The 10 reduces to 1, and that's all about new beginnings, everything new, new career, new love, new opportunity, new perspective, all that good stuff, okay? But if there was any sort of toxicity or somebody gambled this lover's relationship, that could create, I guess, an issue, right? Right. All right. Angels, what do you want to say to our Taurus? Self-acceptance. All right. Self-acceptance. Maybe some of our Taurians out there have some self-acceptance issues or self-esteem issues. And then I've got healing rays. Healing is not linear. Healing is not just a straight line. Healing means, peaks and valleys that you have to go through. But if you want to heal, you have to address the peaks and the valleys, right? And the light and the darkness. Healing happens today, not tomorrow. Angels of healing are surrounding you at this time, Taurus. And in order to support their mission of guiding you to a state of wholeness, it's essential for you to move out of any kind of anger, resentment, regret, into a state of trust. Remember we saw trust? Yeah. Embracing and trusting the universe is what is the message here. Trust in the higher powers that are surrounding you. Now, they are on your team, working with you, for you, and through you. So don't forget about that. All right. Ancestors, what say you to... Oh my God, really? Wait a minute, hold on. Whoa. Self-love. Self-acceptance. 2 different decks. Taurus. I can't make this up if I even tried to. I ain't got enough time in a day to be trying to finagle this. This is crazy. Some of you are dealing with self-esteem issues. And maybe that's what's creating some form of toxicity in your energy. Maybe negative ways of thinking, negative thought process, all that. Wow. And then I've got some of you, remember we talked about the healing rays? Like you have to shine those healing rays even into the darkness in order to heal. And that requires you acknowledging what needs to be healed by going through the dark night of the soul, addressing the shadow. Be that seeker of truth for yourself. Uncover what spirit needs and wants you to uncover. And go with the universal flow. You'll be able to go with the universal flow once you understand that whatever happens or is happening was meant to happen as a learning lesson. All right, you need to dig a little bit deeper in order to heal thyself that is creating those self-esteem issues in you. Okay? And then you'll be able to go with the universal flow by trusting. It's all about self-love, right? All right, Spirit. So we're going to go over these once we finish the tarot to close out your reading. Alrighty. So, Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for our Taurus collective now and over the next 30 days? Tapping into the energy that we've already seen about self-love and self-acceptance and, you know, maybe going through some things, right? What messages do you have for our Taurus, Holy Spirit? Let's go ahead and cut the deck. All right. This is for the next 30 days. What's on the bottom? Four of Swords. Yeah. Rest and recovery. Self-care. Tapping into your own self, your own soul, your own spirit. Asking, what is it that you want? What is it that you need in order to nourish your soul? Healing energy. All right, what's in the middle? We've got the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is boredom, apathy, not being appreciative, needing time to meditate and think about some things. Maybe this is you not wanting to take any offers right now. Cups are love and emotion, right? Maybe it's time for you to just focus on yourself and what it is that you want and need and what it's going to fill your cups up and give you that healing that is needed. All right, Holy Spirit, what else you got for Taurus? Six of Swords, Page of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Strength card, a Chariot, King of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. All right. It's time to heal whatever needs healing, Taurus. It's time to love on yourself and nourish yourself and nurture yourself. Practice self-care and self-love, self-acceptance. Okay? Embracing yourself and loving that. All aspects of yourself. All right? Moving into that tumultuous type of energy, into this Six of Swords energy, moving towards peace and tranquility, finding that sweet spot, right? Where you can find joy and contentment in your life. Yeah. Page of Swords. Pages are students and messengers, so maybe, you know, there needs to be a message sent or given or received a message, right? Maybe somebody has something to say. Okay. Maybe this is something new that you've learned, because swords are thoughts and communication. So, yeah. And then I've got a Knight of Pentacles. Maybe whatever you're thinking or whatever you need to talk about, you're just not ready to make that move yet. Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight in the whole entire deck. This knight is definitely earth energy, that Pentacles, right? But this knight takes their time before making decisions in their life. Yeah. I've got Strength card, Leo energy. Be strong, have intestinal fortitude. Do it even in the face of fear. Taurus, whatever it is. Don't let fear stop you from moving, right? Yeah, because eventually this Knight of Pentacles needs to make a move. Bottom row, I've got the Chariot under the Six of Swords. Maybe moving towards this tranquility in this sweet spot is going to require you to move somewhere with this Chariot. Jumping in your Chariot, moving to another city, another state, overseas, wherever. Maybe it's just a new apartment down the street. Who knows? Maybe this is also maybe you being able to travel, right? Nice. Okay. Got the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, that's that boss daddy or boss mama type of energy. Entrepreneur energy. Success energy. Right? King status with those pentacles. Abundance. Coin. Okay. Page of Wands. Another page. We've got, maybe this is a new goal. The Wands are all about goals, inspirations, aspirations, new creative ideas, whatever you want to follow, passions. Maybe sometimes you hesitate on following some of your passions, or maybe becoming this King of Pentacles is one of your passions, right? Being an entrepreneur, being successful, being abundant. And then I've got the Eight of Pentacles with a lot of hard work and dedication. Hard work and dedication, nose to the grindstone. Keeping your eyes on the prize. Yeah, Spirit, and for you to continue to be strong, and while you're working towards that goal. Okay. All right, and we've got, we already saw the Four of Swords, practicing self-care, because a new journey is starting for you, the Fool. A new journey, a new chapter is starting for you. Take that leap of faith. All right, Taurus? Yes. Be this major manifestor energy, more Gemini energy. All right, this is Gemini Virgo energy. Be that major manifestor. Harness all of the I just lost it, all of the elements. Use all of the elements to manifest exactly what it is that you want, need, and desire. Yeah. Eight of Wands, go towards it. Go, just do it. Just do it. Eight of Wands. Yeah. But remember to practice self-care as you go towards your goals and your desires. This is Nine of Wands. Don't wear yourself thin. Don't wear yourself out. Practice self-care. All right, this is a weary word. Work yourself to death, workaholic type of energy. Remember to practice self-care. All right, 8 of Swords. And don't sabotage yourself. Don't sabotage yourself, 8 of Swords. Don't become a prisoner of work either. Okay. All right, angel number. Well, wait a minute. How should Taurus practice self-care over the next 30 days? Ground yourself. Ground yourself. Go out in nature. You are an earth sign. All right? Get grounded in your body and connect back to earth. I have glow up in the reverse. Do not resist glowing up. All right, let's turn this right side up. All right. And music can heal wounds that medicine cannot touch. Maybe listen to some binaural beats or something like that. That's going to put your energy back into stasis or balance. All right. Angel numbers. 222. Yeah, that help you stay in alignment. This new year, this 2026, this brand new chapter, brand new cycle, 10-year cycle is all about staying in alignment, staying balanced. Maybe you're seeing 222 all over the place. That is a message. All right. Do what makes you happy. And 0707, you might need to compromise, okay? But it says let go of what no longer serves you. Let go of what no longer serves you. Okay? And trust in spirit. And finally, your universal message. When going through tough times, it is important to remember that nothing up to this point has defeated you, Taurus. You've overcome challenges before. Be kinder to yourself, and be thankful for all that you already have. Spot on. Spot on. I hope this message has resonated for you, Taurus. Sending you positive energy your way. Okay, you guys? Take care until we meet again. All right. Hey, my Virgo collective. What going on, y'all? It's your girl Tracy with Essential 225 Tarot and Oracle. Glad to see you. Glad to be here. I'm about to do your read into your energy for the next 30 days. There is no time in the spirit realm, but we're just going to say 30 days. How about that? All right. So this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you have Virgo anywhere aspecting your chart, you may be able to get some nuggets from this. So find a nice cozy spot to be able to receive. And also, before we get started, give your girl some of that reciprocal energy by hitting that like, share, and subscribe button. Mwah! I really appreciate it. And thank you in advance. I love it. I love it. All right, we're going to start off with the oracles, and then we're going to work our way to the tarot. All right, we're going to leave these cards for last to round up your reading. I hope you're all doing well, Virgo. I really appreciate you being here. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Did I already say that? I'm sorry. So anyway, we're going to start off with the oracles, and we're going to find out what is the tea happening with our Virgo collective. Wait a minute. Hold on. I want to start off by getting one major arcana, the major energy over all the energy. All right. So Holy Spirit, show us the most important major arcana card that best represents our Virgo collective now and over the next 30 days. 2 fell. And we're going to see the one that fell first, and that is the Fool. I love it. This is starting anew, and 2026 is considered a 10 or a 1 year. where, I mean, the 10 reduces to a 1. It's all about new beginnings, new abundance, new love, new job, new. All right? This is you taking that leap of faith and trusting the universe to take that new step. And this other card that fell out is the Magician card. Okay? The Magician, that is Gemini, Virgo energy. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the full energy also is air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? So this is you being a major manifester. Manifesting whatever it is that you want, need, and desire in this lifetime. All right? All right. But since I only asked for one, we're going to go with the full. All right. So new beginnings, new start for you. I love that. Leap of faith type of energy. What's the tea for our Virgos? Well, I've got some of you may need some anger management. I don't know, maybe some counseling or some therapy or something like that, or maybe, regulating your own self, your own anger, your own outburst. I've got, well, you might have a reason to be angry because maybe some of you are getting played or manipulated. Maybe somebody's trying to control a situation or you. Maybe somebody's lying. This is that Seven of Swords type of energy. Somebody cannot be trusted here. Ooh! Somebody might be promiscuous, sleeping around, kind of being risky behavior, right? It says a hot, what? Sleeps around, a hottie, free for all, sleeps with your man. Okay. And maybe that's making somebody feel insecure. Maybe you, maybe the other person, not sure. But this is some insecure energy right here. Somebody already knows the tea, though, Virgo. What's up? They already know the tea. Maybe they don't. Maybe you haven't told. If this is you, maybe you haven't told the other person that you know what's up. Or maybe this is vice versa. I don't know. Somebody's a hater. All right. Somebody's a hater. All right. And it could be somebody in the family. It could be a family secret. This could have to do with a family secret. I don't know, but that's what's showing in the energy. Okay. All right. It could be a family member even. Okay. All right. So what is some of the celestial insights that the universe has for Virgo? I've got true love. All right. True love is a deep soul connection. Are you searching for it, Virgo? It says trust that it's out there, but remember to love yourself first. True love will follow naturally. All right. Then I've got acceptance. All right. Acceptance. Maybe this is you just accepting yourself. It says it says accepting things as they are can be a powerful step forward. So maybe accepting what's happening or what has happened. Maybe you've been seeing synchronicities, the same numbers over and over again. 222, 555, 1111, right? Or maybe you've been seeing some other sort of synchronicities, okay, about the situation, whatever the situation is. Angels, what say you to our Virgos? I've got Archangel Azrael, who is the archangel for our Capricorns, and we are currently knee-deep in Capricorn season. Says healing will come from this. Healing will come from this situation, Virgo. Okay? This is a time of change and transition. You may feel your current situation is out of your control. But Azrael's angelic energy is here to bring you hope and strength. Healing is happening. Trust in yourself and in your prayers, for the worst is almost over, Virgo, and you will have good experiences once more. And then we've got Archangel Jophiel, which is the archangel for Libra. The equalizer, called Libra the equalizer, the one who balances the scale. It says, weed your thoughts. Maybe your thoughts are off, or maybe your thoughts are toxic, or negative, or whatever. You know what I mean? Maybe you need to weed out your thoughts like a garden. It says your mind is like a garden. It requires time and attention. Weed out the negativity and plant those seeds of positivity. All right, Virgo. And what would your ancestors like for you to know for the next 30 days? It may be time for you to take a look at the inner child. Maybe the inner child who has dealt with trauma, abuse of some type, or, anything that could have scarred a child. Maybe looking inward into that inner child or healing that inner child is necessary. Some of you may be going through a career transition. Capricorn had the same thing. So, and you've got Archangel Azrael, who is the archangel for Capricorn. So maybe in Capricorn season this month, you will go through a career transition if you haven't already. And maybe this is part of your karma. All right. Maybe this is part of your karma, is taking this new leap of faith, maybe going through career transitions, helping to heal your inner child, right? Because that's all a part of your karma, okay? Making sure, it says you may be involved in a situation that requires justice or fairness, that Libra energy. Making sure the scales are balanced, okay? All right. Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for Virgo for the next 30 days? What does Virgo need to know, hear, see, or feel for the next 30 days? What say you, Holy Spirit? Let's do one more shuffle. What say you, Holy Spirit, for our Virgos? Okay. Oh, we're going to also cut. All right. All right, what's on the bottom? Eight of Wands, going towards whatever excites you, whatever you're passionate about, you going full force towards them. Just do it, right? Type of energy. What's in the middle? Eight of Swords. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Do not self-sabotage yourself, all right? Taurus got the same cards. Alrighty. All right, what's up with you earth signs here? Okay, Holy Spirit, what do we have for Virgo? Two of Swords, King of Swords, Temperance, Ten of Cups, bottom row. We've got Nine of Cups. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, come back, come back. All right. We've got the Nine of Cups, Three of Wands, the Five of Swords, and lastly, we've got the Hanged Man. All right. So what do we have here, Virgo? We have the Two of Swords. Maybe you're at an impasse. Maybe you're at a crossroads of making a decision on something. Maybe you're not sure, right? Maybe you're straddling the fence here. But at some point, a decision needs to be made, right? Yeah. You see this old sword? It's rusty. You got plants growing on it, right? And then you've got a brand new sword here. Like, don't let this other sword rust out because of your indecision. Okay? Make a choice. All right? King of Swords, yes. Be very decisive. The King of Swords is very decisive. This is Aquarius energy. Very decisive energy. And he's got his sword up like, yep, I need to speak, or I have spoken. This is no nonsense, straight to the point, very decisive type of king energy. Temperance. Yeah, Temperance is Sagittarius energy, and You know, it's all about doing what you can do on your side, on on your part, and then allowing Spirit to do the rest in the background, and trusting that Spirit's got your back. And if you've done everything that you need to do, you can just relax and enjoy, and when the right time comes, then Spirit will say, hey, we got this, we're good, let's move forward. Yeah, got a 10 of Cups here. The ultimate emotional connection. This is love. This is connection. This is a happy coupling right here. A divine connection. Maybe you need to be patient and decisive about this divine connection, or how you attain this divine connection. Okay, maybe you need to be no nonsense and stop straddling the fence here and make a decision. Yeah, the King of Swords is holding the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is all about truth and clarity, which I think that you're going to finally get. Okay, moving to the second row, I've got the Six of Cups. Yeah. Six of Cups is, it's all about harmony, happiness, nostalgia. The Six of Cups, it could be somebody from the past, somebody that you had a connection with, somebody that you used to be in a relationship with. Yeah, could be an ex of some type. Maybe that's why you're straddling the fence. You weren't sure, you know what I mean? Because this is somebody from the past. I've got Three of Wands. You just want to, I don't know, maybe thinking of the future, and maybe if you make this investment, maybe into this relationship, this Six of Cups, maybe something from the past. Maybe you're circling the block, I don't know, but maybe you're looking towards the future, of what could be. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, but maybe there was a lot of conflict and chaos here with the Five of Swords. Maybe there was a lot of misunderstandings and arguing and not seeing eye to eye. Maybe that's why there's this straddling of the fence and one sword getting rusted out, because you're like, I don't know. The Hangman. Pause. Taking a pause. Needing to pause. Needing to think about some things. Maybe this is you letting go, even. Alright? If this is not you letting go while you're pausing, then this is you needing to pause so that you can have another perspective, a new perspective, a higher perspective on the situation. Yeah. I feel like this is somebody that you considered a true love of yours, right? Somebody from the past. Yeah, but all this other energy of promiscuity and insecurity, and I don't know about all that, man. Keeping family secrets. Anyway, so back to the bottom. We saw the Eight of Wands, you going towards whatever you're passionate about, right? You being this major manifester that we talked about. All right? You manifesting exactly what it is that you want, need, and desire. Gemini energy, or more air energy, along with Virgo energy. This is you as well, Virgo. Yes, look at this last card. The Fool. Look. Oh my gosh. The Fool. you starting a brand new chapter, you taking a brand new leap of faith. I don't know if you're taking a brand new leap of faith solo dolo on your own, or if you're going to look back at this past situation and start a new situation here. I don't know. You tell me, Virgs. You're going to focus on yourself, Four of Swords. Self-care. Or you have been focusing on yourself. You've been in this hermit mode for the longest time, or you will be going into this hermit mode, just caring for yourself. Maybe while you're in this hangman, while you're in this pause type of energy, thinking about things, meditating on things, seeing things from a higher perspective, a different perspective, consulting with spirit. Yeah. Okay. I like it. So how can Virgo practice self-care? Have fun again. Get out there, shake a leg, do whatever. Get enough sleep and rest. Expand your network. Angel numbers. What angel numbers? I've got 1441. Use your unique skills, right? Focus your mind on your craft, whatever you're focused on, whatever you're good at. All right? Practice makes you a master. So keep practicing. Become a master, whatever it is that you're passionate about. Then I've got 555. Yeah, it's time for change, baby. This could be the synchronicities that you've been seeing, right? These synchronicities that you've been seeing. 555. All about change. Right? Sometimes change can be like a roller coaster ride, but it's time for it. It's time for it. And it's time to stop being at a crossroads. It's time for you to make a firm decision, no nonsense decision about whatever this is. All right? Last is your universal message. No act of kindness is ever wasted. Some of the kindest people you will ever meet have been through hell and back themselves, Virgo. That strengthens your compassion and empathy. If this is describing you, keep being the beautiful soul that you are. I love it. Keep being that beautiful soul that you are, Virgo. All right? And pause until you're able to make discerning choices and decisions, especially about this new chapter, this new cycle in your life, and who plays a part in it. Is it somebody from the past play a part, come back? Are they able to come back? Or is this just somebody wanting to come back, but you really need to go on your own path and start anew? All right? I'm sending you supporting energy, Virgo. Mwah. Take care.